What's up everyone? Welcome back to the Pokemon Hideout. My name is Jesse, and I'm really glad you're here today. Thanks so much for the support. I really do appreciate you stopping by. As I'm sure you're aware, the Pokemon card market has absolutely gone crazy. I mean, it's just chaos. And I know there's a lot of people out there wondering, okay, what do I do now? Do I buy? Do I sell? Do I hold? Prices keep going through the roof. Every week is like a new record price. How do I navigate what's going on right now? So I wanted to make a video that hopefully offers some input and just my opinion on whether it might be a good idea to buy, sell, or hold. Keep in mind this is an entertainment channel only. It's just my opinion. I'm not your financial advisor. So make your own decisions. Maybe this discussion will help somebody out there. Are we in a bubble? The honest answer is I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. Unless we have a crystal ball, I don't think anybody truly can say for sure. My instinct would say, no, we're not in a bubble. I believe that a lot of this interest in Pokemon is genuine. The nostalgia factor, the celebrity endorsements, like Logan Paul, Justin Bieber, Gary Vee, whether somebody is a celebrity or not, the interest in Pokemon is there and it's genuine. People really want to have these cards. Sure, they want to make money, and there's a lot of ways to make money. Why choose this? Pokemon's getting a lot more recognition. Social media is obviously huge. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I think that businesses from outside Pokemon are starting to get into it. Sports cards, Magic the Gathering, other collectibles. People are starting to realize that there's money in this hobby. I think they're putting money into it because I know it's going to sell. Pokemon might be as hot as it's ever been right now. The demand is just ridiculous. And so I don't think things are just gonna plummet in the near future. I don't think it's gonna slow down, like that demand is just gonna go away overnight, because it is real demand. So I do not think that this is a bubble. I actually think that Pokemon has just kind of reached a new height. And I actually think it's a little bit overdue. I mean, we're talking about a franchise that's 20 years old, was the hottest selling thing when it first came out in 1999, and then it just kind of died for a long time, and now it's come back. I mean, I predicted it was going to come back, but I didn't predict how fast it was going to come back. I think it kind of took a lot of people by surprise. I do not think we're in a bubble. I think we have just reached a new level, a new tier, a new evolution for Pokemon, and I think it's going to continue to go out from here. So with that being said, what's going to happen then with prices? So I've kind of broken this down into three categories. Flippers, collectors, and investors. Now, I realize most people are probably a combination of all three or two of the three, but for simplicity's sake, most people probably tend to gravitate towards one than the other. If you're a flipper, I would say sell. And the reason is prices have gone up like crazy. I'm assuming most flippers are probably somewhat new to the market, with the whole Gary Vee flip thing, and that's a really hot topic right now, is flipping. If you are a flipper, I would say sell. Look at what big stores do, right? When they make a profit, they sell. They take that money and they put it into something else. You've probably made a lot of money if you're a flipper. You've probably made a lot of money if you have any position in Pokemon at all. It's almost impossible not to. But if you're specifically a flipper and you don't care about Pokemon, you're just here to make money, I would say sell and take your profit. The demand is high, you're gonna have buyers. You've probably increased the amount of money you put into Pokemon many times over. It's kind of a prime selling opportunity, and we don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Prices might go down. But if they go up and it's now cards are too expensive, it doesn't bother you because you're not here to collect Pokemon cards. You're just here to back up the truck, take your money, and leave. So I would definitely say if you're a flipper, now's a great time to sell. If you're just here for money, don't care about Pokemon cards, it's kind of a dream selling scenario, actually. And just so you know, I know a lot of flippers out there are taking a lot of heat. I am neutral on it. I don't blame someone for seeing an opportunity to make money, a market, and then coming in and capitalizing on. I'm not here to judge anybody. If you're just here for money, you don't care about Pokemon, I'm neutral on that. So do what you want to do. I think if you're a collector, you love these cards, probably. You want them in your collection. You don't want to sell them. So with the prices going up, it's a positive because your collection has probably gone up in price. It's a negative because the cards that you want for your collection are now significantly higher than what they were a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, certainly 3, 4, 5 years ago. So the question becomes then, what is most important for your collection? So what I would do if you're mostly focused on collecting, I would prioritize which cards or which products you most want in your collection and then go for those, because prices could go down and you might be able to buy the stuff later for cheaper, but they could also go up. And with the way some of these prices have gone up, for some people, it might get to the point where they might not be able to afford this anymore. Like, some of this stuff is way out of like most people's price range. For example, if you are collecting base set, let's just say base set for simplicity's sake, the base set Charizard has gone up drastically. It's 10, 20, 30 times, what it was selling for earlier this year. And so you might want to sell some of your cards that aren't quite as popular to fund that Charizard purchase, because the odds are it's going to be a lot easier in the future to buy Magneton, Poliwrath, Gyarados, Nidoking, Clefairy than it is to buy Charizard. So, one thing you could do is if you have doubles, you could sell your doubles to help fund this purchase. If you don't have doubles, you might sell the things that are less valuable that you'll be able to buy back later for a cheaper price. You might have to do some strategizing and figure out the best way to come up with the funds to buy those things you really want. But I would definitely start with the most expensive and the most in-demand ones, because prices could just keep going up. So if you're a collector, I would say buy. And I would buy as soon as you can afford to, within your means, the cards that you really want, because this could just be the beginning of the price increase. These just could keep going up. Pokemon could have evolved, I know, cheesy, to a new tier basically of price points. So yeah, if you're a collector and collecting is your priority, I would get the stuff you want as soon as you can. Now, if you're an investor, I would say hold. If you're looking long term, or at least longer than like a flip. If you're building a position in Pokemon, or you have been building a position and you've seen a lot of gains, I think it's going to continue to go up. The Logan Paul thing, all the celebrities, I think that's just getting the ball rolling. And I think that businesses are now taking Pokemon seriously. I don't think this is going to stop, at least for the foreseeable future. I haven't seen any signs of that. Just my opinion. If you can get things at a good price, I would say buy, but that's really difficult to do nowadays. Almost everyone knows that Pokemon's worth money. The vintage cards or the popular cards are worth money. So finding a good deal is much more difficult. I wouldn't overpay for cards. That might work actually, but I wouldn't personally overpay for cards if I've already got a position in that card, or cards or boxes or whatever. I would hold. And I know it's tempting to sell, and if you sold, I wouldn't blame you, because you've made money, taking profits, but I think they're going higher. Because I don't think the demand is going to go away overnight, and I think that if prices drop on some items, there's going to be people that missed out on buying these items as they were rising in price, and they're going to snatch these items up right away if they start having discounts. Also, there's a lot more money in Pokemon now, so you've got people that came over from other industries that, expensive for a Pokemon card is not expensive, for their bankroll or for their, what they can afford. Those people aren't gonna sell, like, they're not in a hurry to sell, like, they don't need to sell. If you're an investor, I think it would be a good idea to hold. I actually think it'd be a good idea to buy if you can get things at a decent price. But there is that risk that things could go down. Like, sure, this could be the peak and cards could go down. people could cash out, people could see these gains and just decide, like, I'm good with the gains in Pokemon, because it happens so fast. That's the thing, is like a lot of cards went up 5, 10, 20, sometimes 30 times, you know, what they were even like months ago. And so people that maybe wanted to invest in Pokemon, you know, thinking that they'd get these kinds of returns years down the road, maybe they got it in a few months and they're like, that's good for me, I'm out. You know, I don't know. It's possible that that could be their thinking. I still think that the non-monetary value tied to Pokemon cards, the nostalgia value, the collectible value, just the love of certain cards, like the way it makes people feel when they have those, it's hard to sell. You know, especially if you know, if you sell right now, I might never be able to get that card back for that price. I'm going to be paying up if I can even find that card or box of cards or whatever. It's not easy to find a lot of these products. Even something that's not like super rare, but it is like, you know, it's rare, like a WotC booster box. It's not like you can just go on eBay like you could, you know, probably even a year ago and just buy up a base set booster box or a Team Rocket booster box. Like, those aren't easy to find. And those aren't even like the rare Pokemon items. So if you are gonna sell and take profits, like, just know you're probably gonna be paying significantly more if you wanna buy these back in the future. Unless the market does drop, which it might. I mean, that's kind of my take on it. I think to kind of just to recap, I think the interest is real. There's a lot more money in Pokemon now. I think it's kind of a weird, these markets are weird because something like Pokemon gets really hot, the prices of everything goes up, and you're kind of in that like, okay, yeah, it's popular, I need to jump on this train, but it's also like, do I want to buy at these record-setting prices? I will say, to kind of conclude this video, that if the flippers sell, the collectors buy, the investors hold, and kind of look for good deals, buy selectively, I think it kind of helps everybody. Because the flippers make their money, and so now they can take that money, put it into something else, or buy other cards or whatever. The collectors buy, and so they get the cards they want while they still can. And the investors are still able to, you know, hold, and hopefully the prices go up. I think they will, but who knows. The prices will go up, and so they're continuing to make money and maybe add to their positions too. So, I mean, it kind of helps everybody. Anyways, let me know what you think. I do appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.